Ladies and gentlemen, there is one thing more dangerous than failure, and that is inaction. There is one thing worse than losing, and that is never trying at all. Some of you listening right now have been thinking about your dreams for years. You have been planning, waiting, preparing, but never moving. And while you wait, life is passing you by. You don't need another motivational quote. You don't need another moment of inspiration. You need to push yourself into action right now. Because the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to start. The more you hesitate, the more your dream becomes just a wish. I am here to tell you today, if you do not push yourself, nobody will. If you do not move, nothing will change. And if you do not take action, your dream will die inside you. Dreams are beautiful. Visions are powerful. Plans give direction. But none of them mean anything if they are not backed by action. The greatest tragedy in life is not failure. It is a life filled with untapped potential. Every person is born with a gift, a purpose, and a destiny, but only a few ever experience the fullness of what they were meant to become. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not intelligence, talent, or luck. It's the willingness to take action. Man, there are people who sit for years waiting for their perfect moment. They think about what they want to do. They dream of the life they desire. They tell themselves, one day I will start. But that day never comes because they have fallen into the trap of good intentions. Good intentions without action are empty. They deceive us into believing we are making progress when in reality, we are standing still. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Without it, your dreams remain distant, your plans remain on paper, and your potential remains locked inside you. Some people pray for success, but they never move towards it. They want financial freedom, but they never take steps to create wealth. They desire to be leaders, but they never take the initiative to lead. Nothing changes until you move. Many people fear taking action because they are afraid of failure. But let me tell you this, failure is not the enemy. Failure is proof that you tried. Failure is evidence that you moved. The real enemy is inaction. The greatest regrets in life are not the things we tried and failed, but the things we never had the courage to do. When you act, you either succeed or you learn. But when you refuse to act, you gain nothing. Some people wait for motivation before they take action. They think they need to feel inspired before they start. But motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the wind. If you rely on motivation, you will always be inconsistent. True success comes from discipline, doing what you need to do, even when you don't feel like it. When you push yourself to take action despite fear, despite uncertainty, despite discomfort, you develop the strength to overcome any obstacle. Consider a seed. It has the potential to become a great tree, but that potential will never be realized if the seed is not planted. You can study the seed, admire the seed, even protect the seed, but if it stays in your hand, it will never grow. It must be buried in the ground, face the darkness, endure the rain, and push through the soil. Only then will it break forth and become what it was created to be. You are that seed. Your dreams, your gifts, your talents, they are locked inside you. But until you plant yourself in action, until you push through resistance, you will remain in the same place year after year. The most powerful force in the world is action. When you take a step forward, doors open. When you move, opportunities appear. When you act, life responds to you. But if you wait, life passes you by. Time will not stop for you to make up your mind. Every second you delay is a second lost forever. There is something you have been thinking about for too long. There is a dream inside you that has been waiting to be born. There is an idea, a goal, a purpose that has been calling you. Stop thinking about it. Stop waiting for the right time. The right time. The right time is now. The power of action will transform your life, but only if you push yourself to move. Comfort is a silent killer. It doesn't destroy you instantly. It weakens you over time. It keeps you safe, makes you feel secure, and gives you the illusion that everything is fine. But deep down, you know something is missing. You know you were meant for more, yet you remain stuck in routines that do not challenge you, in places that do not inspire you, and in a mindset that does not push you forward. Growth and comfort cannot exist together. Your moment you choose comfort, you reject progress. Look around you. Everything in nature grows through resistance. A tree must push its roots deep into the earth to find water. A bird must break through its shell to experience the world. A butterfly must struggle out of its cocoon to develop strong wings. The struggle is not a punishment, it is the process that creates strength. If you avoid discomfort, you avoid discomfort. You avoid growth. If you refuse to step into the unknown, you will never discover your full potential. Many people settle in life not because they lack talent, but because they are unwilling to embrace the discomfort that comes with progress. They fear the hard work, the challenges, the uncertainty. So they stay where they are, doing the same things, thinking the same way, and expecting life to change. But life does not change unless you do. No one ever became great by staying in their comfort zone. No successful person ever reached their goals by doing only what was easy. Fear often disguises its comfort. You tell yourself, I am fine where I am. But are you really fine? Or are you just afraid to step into the unknown? Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the struggle. These fears keep you in a place of stagnation. But let me tell you something, the pain of staying the same is far worse than the pain of growth. The discomfort of pushing yourself will last for a while, but the regret of never trying will last a lifetime. Comfort makes you passive. It makes you watch other people succeed while you sit back and wonder why things are not working for you. It makes you an observer instead of a participant. You were not created to sit on the sidelines of life, watching others live their dreams while you remain in the same place. The moment you break free from comfort, you begin to take control of your destiny. Every great achievement in history came from people who were willing to be uncomfortable. Every breakthrough in business, sports, science, and personal growth came from those who refused to settle. They pushed through rejection, failure, criticism, and uncertainty. They embraced the struggle because they understood that on the other side of discomfort is transformation. Think about the moments in your life when you grew the most. They were not the moments when everything was easy. They were the moments when you were challenged, when you had to step up, when you had to face difficulties. Those moments shaped you, stretched you, and made you stronger. So ask yourself, are you growing or are you just existing? Are you moving forward or are you just staying busy? Are you challenging yourself or are you just playing it safe? The world rewards those who take action, not those who stay comfortable. The life you desire, the success you dream of, and the person you are meant to become will only be revealed when you push yourself beyond what is easy. You have two choices: remain where you are and accept mediocrity, or step into the unknown and embrace the process of becoming great. The choice is yours. Excuses are the bricks that build the walls between you and your destiny. They sound reasonable, they feel justified, and they give you temporary relief from responsibility. But every time you make an excuse, you take a step further away from your potential. You convince yourself that you are not ready, that you don't have enough resources, that the conditions are not right. And while you wait for everything to be perfect, life moves on without you. Look around you. There are people with fewer resources than you, with more challenges than you, with greater obstacles than you, yet they are pushing forward. They refuse to let their circumstances define them. They refuse to be prisoners of their limitations. The only difference between them and those who remain stuck is their mindset. They have decided that nothing will stop them. Have you? Excuses are comfortable. They give you a reason to stay where you are. They allow you to shift the blame onto something or someone else. But the truth is, as long as you hold on to excuses, you will never take full control of your life. You will always find a reason why today is not the right time, why you are not ready, why someone else is responsible for your lack of progress. But deep inside, you know that the real reason is fear. Fear of failure, fear of hard work, fear of stepping into the unknown. These fears disguise themselves as logical reasons to delay action. You tell yourself, I don't have enough experience, but experience only comes from taking action. You say, I don't have enough time, but the truth is you make time for what is important to you. You believe, I don't have the right connections, but success has never been about who you know. It has always been about what you do. The most successful people in history had every reason to make excuses, but they refused to be limited by them. They started businesses with no money, pursued dreams despite rejection, and worked towards their goals, even when nobody believed in them. They understood that an excuse today becomes a regret tomorrow. The danger of excuses is that they grow stronger the longer you entertain them. What starts as a temporary delay becomes a permanent habit. The more you tell yourself you can't, the more you start to believe it. The more you believe it, the more you live it. And before you know it, years have passed and your dreams remain just that, dreams. You must make a decision. Will you allow excuses to define your life, or will you push past them and take control of your future? Every time you catch yourself making an excuse, challenge it. Ask yourself, is this really true, or is it just fear speaking? Most of the time, you will find that the only thing standing in your way is your own mindset. It is time to stop waiting. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop waiting for approval. Stop waiting for the fear to disappear. It won't. The only way to overcome fear is to move despite it. The only way to build confidence is to take action. The only way to change your life is to stop making excuses and start making progress. The greatest tragedy in life is not a lack of opportunity. It is the refusal to take responsibility for your own success. The power to change your life is in your hands, but you must be willing to push past every excuse and take action. No more waiting, no more hesitation. No more postponing your greatness. Your destiny is waiting, but it will not wait forever. Move now. Life will always present you with two choices, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. One is temporary, the other is permanent. One makes you stronger, the other weakens you over time. One demands sacrifice today, the other steals your future. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is the choice they make between these two pains. Discipline is hard. Waking up early, working when you don't feel like it, pushing yourself beyond what is comfortable. These things require effort. They require focus, commitment, and endurance. But here's the truth. Everything worthwhile in life comes with a price. Success is not given. It is earned through daily decisions, small sacrifices, and the refusal to quit. Discipline is not about motivation. It is about consistency. Motivation fades, but discipline keeps you moving forward even when the excitement is gone. Regret, on the other hand, is much worse. It is the pain of knowing you could have done more but didn't. It is the realization that you had time but wasted it. It is looking back and seeing missed opportunities, broken dreams, and unfinished goals. Regret is heavy. It stays with you. It whispers to you when you see others living the life you wanted. It reminds you of the moments you said, I'll do it tomorrow, but tomorrow never came. Think about the dreams you have right now, the goals you want to achieve, the person you want to become. The only thing standing between you and that reality is the discipline to take action. You don't need to be the most talented, the smartest, or the luckiest. You just need to be the one who refuses to quit. Every small act of discipline builds momentum. Every time you push yourself, you become stronger. Every time you say no to distractions, you move closer to your purpose. People often look at successful individuals and see only the results. They see the victory, the wealth, the achievements, but they do not see the sacrifice. They do not see the late nights, the early mornings, the hours of practice, the failures, the setbacks, and the relentless effort. Success is not magic. It is the result of consistent disciplined action. Discipline is not easy, but it is always worth it. It teaches you to control your emotions, master your habits, and take responsibility for your future. It forces you to develop character, patience, and resilience. It makes you the kind of person who doesn't just wish for success, but works for it. And the more disciplined you become, the more unstoppable you are. Now, think about the alternative. What happens when you choose comfort over discipline? What happens when you make excuses instead of taking action? Life doesn't pause for you. Time keeps moving. Opportunities pass. And one day you wake up realizing that you could have been more, done more, achieved more, but you didn't. And by then it's too late to go back. Regret is the price you pay for choosing the easy road. It is the pain of knowing you had the ability, but lacked the commitment. It is the realization that discipline was the only thing standing between you and your dreams. The pain of discipline lasts for a moment, but the pain of regret lasts for a lifetime. Right now, you have a choice. Do you sacrifice today for a better tomorrow? Or do you take it easy today and suffer later? Do you put in the work now? Or do you live with regret later? Decision is yours. One path leads to growth, success, and fulfillment. The other leads to disappointment, frustration, and lost potential, Choose wisely. Choose discipline. Choose your future. You already have everything you need to succeed. The talents, the ideas, the strength, and the vision are already inside you. But the problem is not a lack of ability, it is a lack of activation. Many people walk through life believing they are missing something, waiting for the right time, waiting for a sign, waiting for someone to push them forward. But the truth is, nothing outside of you will change until you recognize what is already within you. Too often, people look at others and believe they have something special, something unreachable. They admire successful individuals and think, they were born different or they had better opportunities. But success is not about having more. It is about using what you already have. Every person who has achieved greatness started with what was in their hands. They didn't wait for the perfect moment. They didn't wait until they felt ready. They simply activated their potential through action. Many people live as if they are waiting for permission to be great. They hold back their ideas, their creativity, and their talents because they are afraid of failure. They tell themselves, I'm not good enough yet, or I need more experience. But the only way to get better is to start. The only way to build confidence is to take action. You don't need more qualifications to begin. You don't need more resources to take the first step. You need to trust that what is inside you is enough. The real tragedy is not a lack of talent, but the refusal to use it. Imagine reaching the end of your life and realizing that you never fully expressed your potential. Imagine looking back and seeing all the opportunities you missed, all the dreams you left unfulfilled, all the ideas you never acted on. That is not the life you were meant to live. You were created for more, and everything you need to fulfill your purpose is already within you. Some people blame their circumstances. They say, if only I had more money, more support, more connections, then I could do something great. But history has shown that the greatest achievers often started with nothing. They didn't have all the answers, but they had the courage to begin. They didn't wait for the perfect conditions. They created them. They understood that success is not about what you lack, but about how you use what you have. Your potential is like a seed. It is full of life, full of possibilities, but it will never grow unless you plant it. You can hold on to it, admire it, and talk about it, but unless you put it in the ground and allow it to be tested, it will remain just a seed. The process of growth requires action. It requires stepping out in faith, embracing challenges, and pushing beyond fear. No one is coming to hand you your destiny. No one is going to force you to take action. If you don't push yourself, no one else will. If you don't believe in your potential, no one else will see it. The responsibility to activate your gifts belongs to you alone. Stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop doubting yourself. Everything you need is already inside you. You are equipped for greatness. You have the power, the ability, and the resources to create the life you desire. But you must take action. You must not push yourself. You must activate what is within you. The world is waiting for what you have to offer, but it will never see it if you keep it locked inside. The time is now. Move forward with confidence because you are already enough. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent, intelligence, or luck. It is the ability to take action even in the face of fear. Fear is natural. It is part of the human experience. But fear was never meant to control your life. It was meant to be overcome. The greatest obstacle standing between you and your destiny is not the challenges of life. It is your own hesitation, your own doubts, and your own unwillingness to step forward despite fear. Fear whispers lies. It tells you that you are not ready. It convinces you that failure will ruin you. It exaggerates the risks and minimizes your ability to overcome them. But here's the truth. Most of the things you are afraid of will never happen. And even if they do, you will survive, you will learn, and you will grow. Fear is only as powerful as the attention you give it. The moment you stop feeding it, it begins to lose its grip. Many people allow fear to paralyze them. They hesitate. They overthink. They analyze every possibility, looking for certainty before they move. But certainty never comes. If you wait until you are completely ready, you will wait forever. Growth requires movement. Confidence comes from action. You don't become fearless by waiting. You become fearless by moving despite the fear. The truth is, fear and opportunity often come together. The moments that will change your life will always come with a level of discomfort. When you step into new territory, when you chase a bigger dream, when you challenge yourself beyond what is familiar, fear will be there. But fear is not a stop sign. It is a signal that you are stepping into something greater. The key is to feel the fear and move anyway. Every successful person you admire has felt fear. They were afraid of failure. They were afraid of rejection. They were afraid of stepping into the unknown. But they refused to let fear be the deciding factor in their lives. They understood that the cost of staying the same was far greater than the cost of trying and failing. They understood that regret is more painful than any temporary discomfort. Fear grows in silence. Well, the more you hesitate, the stronger it becomes. But the moment you take action, even a small step, fear begins to shrink. You prove to yourself that you are capable. You realize that the worst case scenario is rarely as bad as your mind made it out to be. And once you overcome one fear, you develop the strength to overcome the next. Imagine what your life would look like if fear was not holding you back. Imagine the dreams you would chase, the goals you would achieve, the person you would become. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. But you will never reach it if you don't push yourself beyond your doubts. You have a choice. You can stay where you are, allowing fear to dictate your actions, or you can step forward, even if your hands are shaking, even if your voice is unsteady, even if your heart is pounding. Because on the other side of fear is freedom. On the other side of fear is the life you were meant to live. Fear will always be present, but it does not have to be in control. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite it. Push yourself. Take the step. Make the move. Because the only way to truly overcome fear is to face it head on and prove to yourself that it never had power over you to begin.